Today we're taking a look at these NHL matches, which are happening on Tuesday, November 8, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. By becoming a member of the High Stakes Patreon, you will have access to our best team picks, total picks, parlay picks and much more. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Ottawa Senators vs Vancouver Canucks. Vancouver is giving up far too many goals at 4.00 goals per game, but the Canucks are scoring their share of goals at a rate of 3.42 miles per game and will be up against a very weak Ottawa blue line that is allowing an average of 3.46 goals per game. Ottawa has lost each of its last 5 games, allowing an average of 4.00 goals per game over that stretch, while scoring an average of only 2.60 goals per game. Vancouver's attack is led by Bo Horvat, who has scored 10 goals, and 2 others that have scored 7 goals apiece, which will put a great deal of pressure on the blue line and goaltender of the Senators on Tuesday. Vancouver has won 11 of the last 16 overall against Ottawa, and Ottawa has lost 14 of the last 19 against a team from the Pacific Division. Take the Vancouver Canucks plus 106. These defenses have been struggling throughout the entire season, thus far as the Canucks are allowing 4 goals per game this year, while the Senators are giving up 3.46 goals per game up to this point. Thatcher Demko is expected to get the start for the Canucks in the net and has been brutal as he is 50th in the NHL, with 3.91 goals allowed per game. It's not much better for the Senators as Anton Forsberg is expected to be between the pipes and he is 43rd in the sport with 3.58 goals allowed per game this season. Weak defenses lead to more goals scored. The over is 3-1-1 in their last 5 games against one another, so go with that to hit once more. Take the over 6.5 goals. Philadelphia Flyers vs St. Louis Blues. The Blues have struggled over the past week and come into this game on a 6-game losing streak. They will try to put an end to their streak with a win over the Flyers, which will give them their second win in their last 8 games. St. Louis is averaging 2.33 goals per game. They scored 2 goals on 34 shots in their last game. Vladimir Tarasenko had a goal and an assist for the Blues. Robert Thomas scored a goal, while Justin Falk had an assist. St. Louis is one of the worst defensive teams in the league, giving up 3.89 goals per game. They gave up 5 goals in their last game and 23 goals in their last 4 games. They will need to play better than they have lately if they want to win this game. The Flyers snapped their 3-game losing streak with a win over the Senators in their last game. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Blues, which will give them their second win in a row. Philadelphia is averaging 2.55 goals per game. They scored 2 goals on 28 shots in their last game. Kevin Hayes and Zach McEwen scored a goal apiece for the Flyers, while Tony DeAngelo and Travis Konechny picked up an assist. Philadelphia has done a better job defensively, giving up 2.55 goals per game. They gave up 1 goal in their last game and will need a similar effort if they want to get the win. The Blues have lost 6 straight games and 2 of their last 3 road games. They have struggled offensively, scoring only 10 goals in their last 6 games. Even though the Flyers have also struggled in recent games, they continue to play good defense, giving up only 6 goals in their last 3 games. They've also played well on special teams, killing 82.1% of their penalties, and will keep St. Louis's offense in check. The Flyers struggled offensively during their road trip, but they have played well at home, where they scored 7 goals in their last 2 games. They've also taken advantage of their power play opportunities, converting 20% of their chances. The Blues aren't very good defensively, and they played worse in recent games, giving up at least 5 goals in 4 straight games. They are also playing on consecutive nights and will be dealing with fatigue, so expect them to have a hard time slowing down the Flyers. Go with Philadelphia to cover the spread. These are the 2 worst scoring teams in the entire sport, as the Blues are scoring 2.33 goals per game, while the Flyers are averaging 2.55 goals per game thus far. These teams are also not shooting much this season, as St. Louis has the 8th lowest in the NHL, with 29.4 shot attempts per game thus far, while Philadelphia is 3rd lowest in the league, with just 26.5 shot attempts per game. Let's just look at the last few games from these offenses, as the Blues are averaging 2 goals per game in their last 5 games, while the Flyers are scoring 1.7 goals per game in their previous 3 games. The under has hit in 5 of the last 7 games played in Wells Fargo Center between these teams, so go with the under in this game as well. Take the under 6.5 goals. New York Rangers vs New York Islanders. The Islanders are having a great season fueled by their offense stepping up and scoring 3.42 goals per game. Brock Nelson and Anders Lee have scored 12 goals and 15 assists to lead the top line, but the rest of the offense has also been great. Matthew Barzal, Oliver Wahlstrom and Anthony Beauvillier have combined for 7 goals and 21 assists, while defenseman Noah Dobson has added 4 goals and 5 assists from the point to open up the offense. The Rangers are off to a strong start to the season, but hope the offense can improve, scoring only 2.77 goals per game, with only 5 goals in the last 3 games. While Artemi Panarin and Mika Zibanejad have scored 12 goals and 20 assists, with Chris Kreider and Vincent Trocheck adding 8 goals and 11 assists to the top 2 lines, the rest of the offense has struggled. The hope is that Kaapo Kakko and Alexis Lafreniere can step up as they play a pivotal role in the forward unit, but have only scored 5 goals and 6 assists this season. This is going to be a great game between 2 teams off to great starts to the season. The Islanders are looking to defeat their New York rival for the 2nd time this season, but the Rangers look to even up the score on their home ice. The Rangers should pile on the goals with Artemi Panarin, Mika Zibanejad, and the rest of the forward unit carrying the puck into the offensive zone and creating open shots with quick passes near the net. The Rangers should also limit the Islanders' offense with Adam Fox, Jacob Trouba, and the rest of the defensive unit stepping up and creating turnovers in the defensive zone while limiting shots on the net, allowing goaltender Igor Shesterkin to make plenty of big saves. The Rangers should win the game with a strong performance on their home ice. Take the Rangers' money line as home favorites. The Islanders look to be in full health heading into Tuesday's match. Brock Nelson has the most points on the unit, while Lee has the most goals, power play goals, shots, and penalty minutes so far this season. Matthew Barzal is still looking for his first goal, but is still an active contributor with 11 assists including 3 on the power play. The Islanders have averaged 3.42 goals and 32.3 shots per game so far, which is good for 13th in the league. Their face-off percentage is below average, with New York winning only 49.5% of the time. However, their power play has been their kryptonite, converting only 13.5% of their power play opportunities. If they are able to be more successful on the power play, the Islanders could be a scary offense in the future. The 2 squads have hit the under in 6 of their past 7 meetings against each other in MSG. The Islanders have been able to limit the opposing team's power play, and that is where a decent portion of the Rangers' goals come from. The Islanders have hit the under in their last 4 consecutive games against a team with a losing record, and the Rangers have hit the under in 5 of their past 6 home games. They have also hit the under in 10 of their last 11 against an Eastern Conference opponent, and 19 of their last 26 games overall. The 2 teams limit their opposition to a combined 5.48 goals per game on average, so I feel confident taking the under.